Welcome to Microsoft Excel with EJD. In this video, we'll be looking at the forecast sheet tool in Excel. Forecasting is something that may be necessary when we are dealing with data and all that. You want to be able to say with some level of confidence what you are going to have in a particular situation after some time. And that is, so this follows from the whole what if analysis we've been doing all along. So, uh, bef so forecasting, the forecast sheet tool, you also find it around where you've always had the whole what if analysis. So the forecast sheet tool in Excel is a powerful feature introduced in Excel 2016 and later versions. So if you have versions earlier than 2016, you may not find forecast there. So it is designed to simplify the process of time series forecasting. So definitely it means you need a time series here using historical data. It uses the exponential smoothing ETS algorithm to predict future values based on trends and seasonality in your data. This tool is particularly useful for business planning, inventory management, sales projections, and any scenario where predicting future values based on past performance is valuable. Now, what is the forecast sheet tool? The forecast sheet is a built-in tool that allows users to generate forecasted data and a visual chart with just a few clicks. It creates a new worksheet with a forecast table and a line or column chart that includes historical data, forecasted values, and confidence intervals. So it automates many aspects of time series forecasting that would otherwise require advanced statistical knowledge and formulas. So without knowing the serious statistics behind it, this actually helps you to do forecasting. So um so of course we're going to practicalize that very soon. How does it work actually? The forecast sheet tool uses the exponential triple smoothing ETS algorithm. This model considers the level, the base value of the series, the trend, the long-term movement in the series, seasonality. If there are periodic fluctuations like weekly, monthly, or yearly, it can automatically detect seasonality patterns and use them to improve the accuracy of predictions. So the key features and options, you have a chart. You talk about the chart type, whether you want a line chart, whether you want a line chart like which is ideal for trends over time, or column bar chart, better for comparing values across time intervals. You can also forecast end dates. So set how far into the future you want to forecast, e.g., 6 months, 1 year. So you want to see what the forecast is going to be for the next 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, and all that. Then the confidence interval, the default is 95%, like we have in statistics, but you can change it if you like. So this indicates the reliability of your forecast. So you're saying that this forecast I'm showing, I'm 95% sure that it's okay. Then it also shows upper and lower bounds as a shaded area in the chart. Then there's seasonality also, which is also detected by Excel, but you can manually set it. For example, 12 for monthly data with yearly cycles, like that. Then you can ignore duplicates and missing points. So Excel handles missing or irregular data points by interpolation. Then you have time range and value range. So it is adjusted manually if Excel doesn't detect them correctly. I'm going to demonstrate all of them. I'm just reading this through for now. So forecast statistics can include metrics like alpha, beta, and gamma if requested. And the outputs, when you click create, Excel generates a new worksheet containing the original historical data, the forecasted values, the upper and lower bounds, confidence intervals, then a dynamic chart visualizing all of the above. You are going to see all of that too. For practical applications, this is useful for sales forecasting. So you can predict future sales to guide marketing and inventory. It is good for inventory planning to anticipate demand fluctuations. It is good for financial forecast where you can estimate revenue, expenses, or cash flow. It is good for project planning where you can forecast project milestones or workload. Then for website analytics too, so you can predict traffic trends, maybe the number of views you have on your YouTube channel and things like that from day to day. Then you have limitations like while user friendly, the forecast sheet tool has some limitations. It only supports time series forecasting and requires evenly spaced data intervals. So it's only good for data that is maybe taken daily, weekly, monthly. So it has to be regular. If not, you won't be able to use it. So it does not support multivariable regression, only univariate forecasting. Seasonality detection may be inaccurate if the data is noisy or sparse. Then no support for custom forecasting algorithms. So you're only limited to this exponential time smoothing. And of course there are many exponential triple smoothing, but there are many algorithms for smoothing, right? But we are only restricted to this in this situation. Okay, but of course we can make do with that. So behind the scenes, right, exponential smoothing, the ETS model used is a statistical model method that gives more weight to recent data points. So it's more responsive to changes and better at modeling seasonality than basic linear regression. Formula types behind ETS. So you can have simple exponential smoothing for data without trend or seasonality, or Holt's linear trend method for data with trends, Holt's weights method for data with trend and seasonality. So if you want tips for better forecasting, right, you can use that. You should use at least 12 plus data points, preferably more for accuracy. So the more the data you have, the better accuracy you get for your forecasting. So ensure consistent intervals, e.g. monthly, weekly, daily, which I said before. Then pre-clean your data. So remove outliers and fill missing entries if needed. Then consider using moving averages for smoothing before forecasting. Then forecast sheet versus manual forecasting now. So you can do manual forecasting, which I'm going to show you very soon. So the feature for forecast sheet is easy to use. But ease of use is high for forecast sheet, but manual forecasting it's medium to low. Then the speed it's fast with forecast sheet, but slower with manual, which I'm going to show you, of course. Flexibility, moderate flexibility for forecast sheet, and high flexibility for manual. Then algorithm customization low for forecast sheet, while for manual it's high. Then you also have uh visualization is built in for forecast sheet, while for manual it's manual. You have to do it manually. Then you have it's useful for beginners to intermediate forecast sheet, right? Then manual is good for advanced users. So if you already know how to go around things like that. So forecast sheet and forecast.ets functions. The forecast sheet tool internally uses Excel's forecast.ets family of functions. So you have forecast.ets, so for which forecast future values, forecast.ets.confint, which returns confidence interval, forecast.ets.seasonality, which detects seasonality, forecast.ets.start, which returns error metrics. In summary, it returns error metrics or smoothing constants. In summary, the forecast sheet tool in Excel is a powerful and accessible way to forecast future trends from historical time-based data. By combining statistical modeling with a visual and user-friendly interface, it allows business professionals, analysts, and students to make informed decisions without needing to write complex formulas that use external statistical software. So let's go. We've told a lot of stories already, but I think this is also helpful. So I'll just open this forecast sheet tool in Excel. I mean, this document, I already have a data set there that we can use, a time series. Couldn't open in protected view. So okay. All right. What's happening here? Okay, let's do this again. Yeah, got it. So yeah. So we have a time series data right here. So I think we have 100 data points. You've been told already that for you to get something accurate, you need at least 12 data points. So here I have 100 data points of what I can call, sales data, right? So in this case, we can format this to make it sales data. So we just make it currency, right? I won't even bother about the I won't bother about the currency, but I'll just make it like two decimal places, which is consistent for currency. Okay, so I'll just come here and do this. Okay, I can let's use the two decimal places. Yeah. So now we have all that done. Okay, everything is to two decimal places. So with this now, if you want to do manual forecasting, do you know what you do? You can highlight this or maybe or not, and then you go to insert. Okay, you go to click on insert, and when you come to insert, you can insert chart. So you can come here, for instance, and pick one of these charts. Let me settle for this, for instance. So you can see that this plot represents the data we have here. So we can do for manual forecasting. Now you can just come here and you want to see okay, we have grid lines already showing. We have up and down bars. We have all these things. If I click on this also, you can change the type of graph you have. We can also come here and we see other things like that. But here, um, let's see if we should be able to I wanted to see the trend lines here. Um, up and down, legend. Okay, we don't need these grid lines. So you can add error bars, data label. Okay, but this is not making it pretty. So we can let go of this. We don't need this data label too. So you can change, you can do axis title, but I won't bother about that right now. You can, the chart title is already there as sales, right? So, but we can put it back. So, I wanted to see the trends. Let me take it back to see if I can come back and see the trends. Okay. Okay, Control Y because I formatted that. So let's come back here and go insert, and then we have this. Um, so I'm more interested in the trend. Yeah, I can get a trend line here. So to click on the trend, so if I click on this now, you see you get a trend line which is straight, but you have more options. So that's linear, right? You can do exponential, you can do linear forecast, you can do 2 period moving average. You can even have more options. So now for us to get the best option, you can display the R squared value, which tells us how reliable the model is. So we want to display this. So if you do exponential, you can see the value is okay. The value is 0.91625, right? Um, so still on the trend line, right? So for exponential, the value is 0.91625. For linear, it is still the same. For logarithmic, okay, let's delete this now. Um, so back to this. I still want to work on the trend line. Okay, here. We have more options. Okay. So we want to display the R squared value. So for linear, we have 9231, exponential 9165. So linear is better than exponential. That's what it's saying. Logarithmic is 9229, which is better than all of them. Polynomial is even better, 9254. So it means, okay, well, let's say power is 9169. Moving average that doesn't give us anything. So we can change all these values. So it means polynomial is the best now. So the best trend line we get is the polynomial one, which gives us R squared of 0.9254. Now, so we can focus on this polynomial thing, and then um we can now extend the trend. So we can forecast it forward or backward. So if you want to forecast it forward, let's say you want to go, here now we have how many periods forward you want to go. Let's say we want to go 100 periods forward. So once you press on this 100 and press enter here, so you can see the trend line. Okay, maybe 100 is too small. Let's come back. Um, if I close this, what do I get? Okay, I think we're still on this, still on the trend line theme. Okay. Okay, maybe I should even remove this. So I go for more. So we already know polynomial is working best. So we go for the polynomial, and then let's go for 360 periods forward. Okay. So when you come back here, you can see this is a projection now. Okay. So this is a projection. Now, all this we are doing is still manual. We have not even started using forecast tool yet. So with this now, we have that by 1st November 2022, our data ends in 2021. By 1st November 2022, the sale can be up to 1,000, whatever, 1,000 of whatever currency we are using. So like that. So you can also forecast backwards, right? You can forecast backwards. So come for the trend line, and you just come this way, and then you have this. So we know polynomial is working best. So what if we want to forecast backwards and want to go 360 backwards? So once you press the 360 and come back to the graph, that's not working. Is that? Let's see. Back again. Okay. That means we have to create the time backward, right? So I think this is only working for forward. Let's see. Okay. Remove the trend line. Go more options. This. Let this go. Trend line. More options. Okay, this is not allowing me to see it. Click. remove this, trend line, more options. Then we are choosing the polynomial one, which gives the highest R squared. Then I want to go 360 backward. If just this doesn't work, then we just move on. Okay, I was expecting to see this coming back. So probably because we don't have years before that, that's why we have that issue. So it's fine. So basically, that's the manual one. So you just come, okay, close this. We come here. We come for the trend line, and having checked everything, we saw the polynomial was giving us the best result. Then we can project into the future. So we want 360 periods, or let me say 160 period 65 periods into the future, and then I come here and then we have a projection, so this can give us a little more information. That is the manual one. Now, so leaving that alone, all right, leaving that alone, let's come, we have the data again, right? So let's use, you can see that's not so easy, although it's flexible. You can choose what you want, but if you want to do the forecast sheet tool, what you just need to do is, you have your data here, right? Make sure it's time series data. So from what you will observe here, you see this is like a weekly data. 1st of January, 8th of January, that's like every week, 7 days apart. So 1 plus 7, 8, 8 plus 7, 15, and so on and so forth. So it passes to work here. So you can go to data, right? Go to data, and then you see the forecast sheet. So if you click on that, you see the beauty of this one is that it automatically gives you something you can work with. So it automatically gives you a tool you can work with, but then you need to set all this. You have all these options, so you can click all these options. So the forecast starts like 24th November 2021, and you know it ends 18th. Our general data, let me close this again and show us. Our data normally starts from 1st of January 2020, and it ends by 24th of November 2021. So if you're using forecast tool now, okay, so that once you click it, automatically you have this generated for you, right? And then you can choose how far you want that to go. So forecast ends uh 18th of May 2022. Then you have other options. When you want the forecast to start, so it automatically starts on the last day of this data we have here, and it ends this. So I'm just going to leave it like that, but you can change this timeline range. You can fix all of that. Filling points using interpolation, aggregate duplicates using average. You can do all of that. Do you want seasonality to be detected normally? Yes, it's easy. So if you want forecast statistics, you can just click here. So you can click that if you want to see forecast statistics. So you can see the data itself is what you have in blue, but if you the forecast is what you have in red. So, and the line up and the line below, they are the upper boundary and lower boundary of what is being forecast at a confidence level of 95%. So if you want a higher confidence level, that can change. All right. I mean, 100% is almost impossible, but 95 is usually what is used. So once you're okay with all the settings, you can have other settings, right? So you just create, and once you create that, you can see uh this table contains a copy of your. So you can see another sheet is open where we have the forecast value now. So this is now our table. Okay. So this is the table, the forecast that has been generated from here. So that's the graphical thing, right? So you have that projection, but then you have a new sheet created. Oh, in the new sheet created, this is what you have now. You have the graph, and then you can also have so if you take this away now, okay, if you take this away, so you have this data. So you have the lower confidence bound of sales, upper confidence bound, and the forecast sales itself. So if you go down beyond the 100 lines, you're going to see the values that you have in that graph. So you can see these values now. So these are the forecast sales now. So you can see it aligns with what you had here. And then this is upper and lower boundary. So this looks accurate. I mean, this is just perfect to this because it is known, right? But from 1st December, so a week after, so you have The forecast is 676. So lower boundary 630, upper boundary 721, and you have all that going. So you can extend the forecast for as long as you want. Here you get the values and you also get the graph. Oh, did I take the graph away? Um, of course we can get it again. So let me just do, yeah, with Control Z, I bring it back. So, um, so you can do your forecasting like that using the forecasting sheet tool, and that is it. So if you want to if you have data you want to project, forecasting is now easy using Microsoft Excel. So with this, I come to the end of this video. Let me know how helpful this is for you. If there's something you'd like me to try out, feel very free to let me know. If you have not subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can always get alerted each time a new video is released. You can, if you have not, if you have not, you can become a member of my channel. Click on join, and you see 3 levels of membership with attached benefits, perks for you as a member of the channel. So that can include things like some videos only for you, or some videos you get to see them first before other people see it, and all that, right? Don't forget to like this video, share it, make comments so that more people can have access to the video. So the video can be made available to more people, uh, like that, because there's a whole lot to learn here. But until I come your way again, keep doing data right. Bye.